All right, Kendyl, first brace for the Ivy. You scored in both halves. Talk about what it's like to score in City, especially in front of 4,500 fans.
Yeah, I think it's super fun, obviously, to score here compared to any other venue. You have the fans supporting you. To score in both halves just shows how consistent our attack is, and I think it's super fun just to get everybody going and kind of get the goals up on the board that we've been looking for, especially this whole season.
Yeah, it's awesome. And then talk about the attack as a whole and what you guys were talking about tonight to keep the energy, keep the momentum, especially as the score went up a little bit.
Yeah, I definitely think we try to stay present. I know we have a bigger game on Saturday, but I know we wanted to just kind of break down their unique press as they had numbers down, the super high line. So we just talked about moving in and out of tight spaces, which we do a lot in practice, so I think it kind of translated toward when we got into it. But definitely some things we could work on for sure. But we definitely got the goals that we needed to just get this game and move on to the next. So we're looking toward the next game.
So the team obviously rotates a lot. So how does your game change with you're playing with two other people up top or different players in the midfield?
I think it helps that we practice 3 times a week. I think we get a lot of rotations and minutes at practice with a lot of different people. And I think just communication, I think that's something we've gotten a lot better at towards the season as it goes on. So just talking through things, what sort of players do sort of things. So I think that's super helpful to just communicate and kind of get to know the tendencies of other players.
All right, Cam, so first game back and first goal for the Ivy. Talk a little bit about, what it's like to be home and score in front of 4,500 fans in City.
Oh my gosh, it was the best. I mean, I wish I could have scored earlier in the season in front of the fans. Just everyone is so supportive, and I always just feel the energy anytime the ball's just at my feet. So I was glad to be able to get in the back of the net and be back in Richmond in front of the fans.
And what's going through your head as you sneak it up and inside the near post and up into the upper 90?
Well, I mean, before I had a similar play where I was coming from that angle and tried to pass it, and she got a touch on it and it went out. So I figured next time let's try and go up, so that doesn't happen again.
Obviously, you just came back from a really exciting international break. So how does your mindset sort of shift between when you're with the international team and then coming back to WH?
Yeah, I mean, it stays the same. I mean, just go hard, work hard, have fun, play my game, play to my strengths, bring energy and help my teammates. And, of course, we had a lot of support here, which is kind of different than the environment that was kind of against us when I was with Jamaica. But, yeah, I mean, the mentality and the motivation is the same.
All right, Hannah, so first time breaking through in City. Talk about that a little bit and what that felt like, especially as you've had a couple chances and to see one go in and what that was like.
Yeah, a goal's a goal. I always love a good goal, especially here at City Stadium. The fans are amazing. They really support us and show their love when the ball hits the back of the net, so that was an amazing experience.
It's awesome. And then, being a consistent stronghold in the midfield for us, talk about what y'all talked about today and trying to be a support in the attack.
Right, so their press was unique tonight, so we had to make some changes at halftime or a talk at the water break to just make sure that we're recognizing that and kind of like switching the point more and, playing through our midfield and then dropping it back and playing the ball through, making sure we're on sides because they played a huge offside trap today. So just recognizing that, recognizing where we are on the field and playing quickly, 1-2 touch because they came in hard and they weren't afraid to foul, so making sure that we were playing quickly and safe to prepare for Saturday as well, because that's a huge game.
We've obviously seen a lot of midfield combinations throughout this season, so how does sort of your game adjust depending on who you're in the midfield with?
Yeah, I think all of our midfield are great players. They kind of play similarly, but the main thing is to just make sure that we're getting our touches together and building through our midfield. We have great players, strong players. They're fun to play with. They make my job easier, honestly.